2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K.
And during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
The cult of personality. I know your anger. I know your dreams.
From North Carolina, number 40, Harrison Barnes. Australia, number 12, Andrew Bogut.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Now, here's Thompson. Inside, deflects the pass. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5, down low.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. And just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And so here's Cleveland. Down low. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Now Curry to the middle. Here's Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Green's got 5 now.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Irving kicks to LeBron. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And he gets it to go. Love's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Curry against Irving. Curry passes to Bogut. And the wide open shot from Green. The shot misses. And Cleveland the other way now. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, Steve Kerr gave me a few moments to catch up with him. He said they've really got their work cut out for them dealing with a player like Kevin Love, saying he's a 25 points per game scorer and can just dominate the glass. Defensively, you just can never leave him open. No open shots, get a body on him the second a shot goes up. He knows it's easier said than done, but guys, that's the game plan.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Irving against Curry. Kicks to Barnes. Back to Curry. Out to the wing. Nobody near Barnes. They get it again.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. The shot's good. From Irving. Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career.
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers at this stage of his career, because right through his point guard skills.
And Thompson kicks to Irving. And here's LeBron outside. The Warriors pull it in. Outside Curry. Shot from the top of the key. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You know, one thing you can say about Kyrie Irving, as he's gotten more talent around him, he's become much more efficient offensively. Shot selection had been a question for him, but no longer as he's gotten more help. This quarter has brought out the best in them fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
It's James picking up the assist for Kyrie Irving.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Curry. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And he gets it to go.
And Irving with multiple 55-point games last season. The first player to do that since the great Kobe Bryant back in '07.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two. Not much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark. Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Dellavedova dishes to Mozgov. Warriors with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here is Livingston. Lets it fly. It's deflected. Shumpert against Iguodala. LeBron James on the wing. Pass to Dellavedova. Here's the three. And Fry kicks to Mozgov. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Barbosa. Up and in on the layup. Barbosa's got his first 2 points.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
And so it's Golden State with it after the three-pointer from Amon Shumpert.
You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38. Then last year, down to 35.
And both free throws good for Spates.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Iguodala with it, now defended by Mozgov. And again, no good by Golden State. The Cavaliers trailing. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Checking in for your Warriors, Ian Clark.
11 seconds left in the first. Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Clark. No good. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Warriors. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his team.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and you know the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team. But we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding this, that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, in part, perhaps the most demanding of all are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Steph Curry's out there with Ian Clark, and it's Spates in at the center. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Klay Thompson in for Ian Clark. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Irving dishes to Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Count the bucket. And it's an 8-point Warrior lead.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
To halt the run, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Iman Shumpert.
And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best mid-season. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. James is checked in. Thompson against Smith. Right side, Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Irving kicks to Smith. Back to Irving. Shoots the 3. Gets rebounded by Golden State.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
The Warriors making a switch here. Rush is checked in. And Thompson kicks to Rush. He gives them a double-digit lead. And the Warriors lead by 11.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man. You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
The Warriors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Mazzilli comes in for Barnes, and it's Livingston in for Curry. So he makes one of two as the second one misses.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. James misses. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 16-3 run right now. Right side, Green. Here's Thompson. Excellent D there from Mozgov. The Cavaliers trail by 14. That's a two from Dellavedova. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and they're getting trigger happy. You can't win the game with one shot. You've got to vary it up. Challenge the defense.
Thompson passes to Azili. From 7, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Azili's got his first points in this one.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Thompson. And it's Dellavedova missing.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on him like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. And Ian Clark subbed in for Thompson. And Cleveland also making a change. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Kyrie Irving. Spates sets a screen. The drive by Iguodala. Just 5 on the clock. No good from Clark.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Shumpert. The Warriors have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. There's a good screen. To the middle. Shumpert with the steal. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Warriors with the rebound. And Spates with the basket on the assist by Iguodala.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very effective.
And so that's the end of the first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Nobody had an answer for Draymond Green in the first. He ended up with 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 steal. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and
welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving in at point guard.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
To the inside, here's Green, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Green's got 17 now.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Smith kicks to Irving from the arc. Again.
We taking over. Listen. Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on to North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ask Dallas.